Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Making Dough Show. This
is Matt.
And I'm Hangam, and we're your fellow restaurant owners, passionate about helping you make some dough, people, and keep it.
Yeah.
Most of it.
While eating it.
And eating it. We like.
You can tell what I'm good at.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, before we start, if this is the first time you're watching any video from Making Dough Show, please subscribe to this channel. It is free. Any of the trainings we put out, and again, we just want to help you grow. And we have a gift on our website. If you go to makingdoughshow.com, you will find this awesome PDF that you can download. You can sign up. It's called A Year's Worth of Marketing Ideas to Grow Your Restaurant Sales. 52 ideas, one a week. Okay, we go over them actually on this channel. But anyway, so Matt and I are excited to be sharing with you some of the things that we go through as restaurant owners. And sharing them with you because sooner or later you will go through them as well. Do you want to just kind of intro about what we're going to be talking about?
So today we're talking about 3 reasons to beware texting your restaurant staff. And of course there was a recent experience in a restaurant, constant material, it's great. And so we coming up with this, and we've had some past experiences that didn't go so well. And in this particular case, had an employee texting, making demands, unreasonable demands. And we had to make sure that we just cut off text message communications to her, but it kind of inspired this session, you could say.
Yeah, and what happened is our manager, who's our top manager, he called Matt and I kind of seeking counsel and hey, how should I respond? And all of this is going via text. And Matt and I like, stop texting. Yeah. And we're going to go over 3 reasons that if you are like using texting all the time, which we do all the time, communicating with our team.
Hey, time out. You have to. If you're going to communicate with me or another kind of millennial.
We don't answer the phone.
Or Gen X, Y, Z, whatever else. Some fancy professor has deemed it, because it wasn't a restaurant owner. They don't have time for that crap. So the first thing here is having a high chance of being misunderstood in text. You've got to communicate with text, but there's so easy to misunderstand. I said this, no, I said this, there's no emotion. You can use an emoji, but if you put that poop emoji in there, that can be taken the wrong way.
It should, yeah. But it's just that things can be taken out of context very easily, and as a restaurant owner or manager, you need to really, because things can go south very fast. If they think you said that and they're going to assume this and whatever it is, and things like that, we recommend face-to-face. I don't even think on the phone, because you can kind of see the body language and discern this conversation needs to go this way or that way.
There is FaceTime for a reason. I mean, it's on the same device used as texting, but it's generally much less used unless you're calling mom. And you should use it to call your mom. That's important. It's on our pizza boxes even. So, dang it, I lost it.
Talking about. Anyways, we're talking about.
I wanted to quote
Howard
on leadership. Yeah. No, I want to talk about leadership because leadership is effectively communicating. So if you're constantly texting, and we did this the hard way, we screwed it up. If you're not effectively communicating, meaning the other person understands what you're trying to say, why you're saying it, and how to react or take action based on that, you're not communicating. You're not leading. When you're not leading, you're over there balling dough.
Yeah. So, important conversations can be taken out of context very simply. Do not text. The other one is, this happened here locally, and I want to talk about this, is that whenever you send a text message, you need to be very mindful of where it can appear and sometimes in the future. We have a local Facebook group that currently has like 18,000, maybe higher now.
That's a lot of people. That's bigger than probably some of your towns.
Yeah, but that's 20,000 people who are right here. It's like local group. It's the name of our town, local group. These people are here right now. A local restaurant closed their doors. Everybody's like, oh, what's going on with this restaurant or whatever. And then the employees of that restaurant posted these text messages from the screenshots of the owner telling them what have you, and then obviously people go in their own interpretations of, oh yeah, how about this? These are such a blah blah blah. How would they dare to everybody knows everything about how to run a restaurant business, and then
we've managed to return to small town gossip.
Yes, Matthew and I just read them just so we're aware. Like, God forbid, let's not be that. So anyways, And again, another reason for you not to be texting important, critical conversations is you never know where or when it can appear somewhere public and put your whole reputation in jeopardy, and certainly it's not worth it.
Yeah. That dream that we were talking about, how the school system needs to freaking improve.
That's correct.
Yeah. See, when you know history, you might be able to actually apply it, or when you're at least interested in historical things like, I was always bored with the arsenal of democracy. It's like all the war, fights, the Medal of Honors and all that and stuff like that. But now in business, it makes sense because it's like, oh wow, they were able to produce like, I don't know, was it 2,000 ships, 20,000 ships? I don't remember.
20,000.
20,000 ships in 3 years. We
Actually,
can't even make that many pizzas.
I know, one ship in 20 days, so.
Yeah, one ship, 21 days, the Liberty ship, and they produced hundreds of them.
Oh yeah, each facility was doing that.
Yeah, and it's just like, if we put the time on a ratio of, amount of material versus pizzas and stuff like that, we're slower than frickin' molasses.
You're good at typing on the phone, but pay for that?
The country has no vision compared to that. So, hang on, what was that quote we were talking about the other day? And it was about something about having anything on writing. It goes on the front page of the New York Times.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
Yeah, I heard that quote from Marie Forleo. She's a business coach, but was talking about how whenever you're sending, whether it's an email response, imagine nasty customer telling you something, or it's a staff member, it doesn't matter. You are writing something. If you don't want it to appear, like imagine if this was to appear on front page of New York Times or whatever, would I want that or not? And kind of think twice before whether it's texting or it's writing, because we do live in that day and age that it can literally.
And you have to convey that to your managers too, because often they're young like ours and
they don't know.
They don't understand. They don't know stuff could be happening without your awareness.
Actually, we had this.
And so I wanted to say that that's also what messed up Mark Cuban was some emails that he got attacked for by, I forget which one, something about insider trading anyway, it doesn't matter. And so that's why he went and helped sponsor and invent Dust, is because if it's in writing, it's like a conversation, but it's still like a text message format. And
so
we've used that for personnel discussions or anything like that, people related issues, not like, hey, this order's not going out on time. That can be a text. It's better to ding, but we've used his secure app for that reason, for that purpose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick thing. Dust is a free app. It's just Dust. It's what it's called, and it's like Snapchat for text message. And it's simply your text messages appear. You can have the option of appear when that person reads it, or it'll disappears, or it's only there for 24 hours and then it disappears. And I think if someone
screenshots there's no name. It tells you, but your name does not appear. You have to go back out to see who you're having a conversation with, which makes it very secure because you can't prove who it was.
Yeah, and this goes to our third point, is that anything in writing is evidence. If it was to appear, if someone's to apply for unemployment, if someone was to, whatever it is, that if you badmouth or say something bad about an employee to a manager in writing in text message, that can be held against you in the court.
Yeah.
And that's literally...
It's scary. It really is, because sometimes, you're thinking, you're in the heat of the moment, you need to communicate.
Or you're telling your manager something in confidential thing, but you're texting him, and then blah, blah, blah about that person. Who knows, in 2 months later, that manager sucks, and then they turn against you. Who knows what the future holds?
Yeah.
But something in writing...
As a millennial, we've had to learn to call people more and talk.
Which is really hard.
Very challenging. We keep the tasks in writing because then they're held accountable, but we put the other things in.
One of the things I was going to say very quick is, however, you can turn that thing for you and for your business, and that you want your staff to put things in writing.
Yep.
You don't want to be put stuff in writing. You know what I'm saying? Because later when we have multiple things in the staff, they tell us stuff, and we try in our responses to be very generic, not provide. We're very mindful of that because experience.
Innocent as a dove, wise
as a serpent. Yeah, and so they go on and blah 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 blah, long text messages. I'm like, print that and put that in their file. Thank you very much for providing more evidence. And more stuff. But it's just what it is. You need to be very mindful of the world we live in. You never know how it's going to turn south. Today we want to just present that to you to be aware if you're texting people, your manager, your staff, especially important stuff. What's our call to action, Matthew? What do you want people to get out of it? And
I think, texting is necessary. You've got to be aware of it. You've got to use it. Your team is going to use it. They need their schedules via text message. If they don't, I didn't know what my schedule was. So why don't you talk more about what we need to do?
Yeah, just, assess. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you want to comment below and let us know, are you currently using text message? Are you aware of some of the things you shouldn't or you should, or where are you at with that? And again, every week we want to come in, every day, every week we want to come into your inbox or wherever you see us on social to give you a little nugget that you can turn your business, little piece. And I think this is an important nugget. You never know what the future. We never thought we'd have a lot of legal issues and stuff. Very small.
Employees are already a pain sometimes. Us, it's our leadership.
We're a pain.
Growing, yeah. Oh yeah, we're a big pain for them too. Don't worry, it goes both ways. But as our leadership grows, it's important to recognize some of these things and try and develop and grow ourselves as we're building a team. It's not about having employees. It's about building a team going in a direction and having a vision. We'll talk about that in other videos.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for watching this video, or if you're listening to this somewhere in the podcast zone or wherever it is, let us know, comment, or send us an email, whatever it is. Find us on Making Dough Show. Don't forget to download your gift. Subscribe to this channel so we can stay in touch, and have a great day. Bye.